In this video, I'm going to show you 3 healthy foods for weight loss, and nobody is really eating these. Hey guys, Uriel Kame here, and welcome. New York Times best-selling author of the All-Day Energy Diet, the All-Day Fat Burning Diet, and the All-Day Fat Burning Cookbook, and the man to help you live a healthier, fitter, and more prosperous life. And today, I'm going to walk you through 3 exciting foods that I think will really make a big difference in helping you lose weight. And oddly enough, no one really knows about these, or they're not really thinking about these as it pertains to losing weight. And I think you'll really enjoy these. So without any further ado, shall we jump right in? And this has nothing to do with like lowering sugar intake and all that kind of stuff that we talked about before, but these are additions that you can add into your diet that will, I think, make a big difference based on the experience of having helped over 500,000 people to better health, leaner, fitter bodies. And here we go. Okay, so we're gonna think about this in the following sense: greens, beans, and super starches. So first and foremost, let's talk about greens. Now, yes, shameless plug, this is our own Energy Greens powder, but I'm using this as a visual demonstration or representation of the power of getting more greens into your body. As I've talked about numerous times, if you want to lose weight, your body has to be alkaline. If it's acidic as a result of eating the standard American diet, your body will be scared into releasing fat. Now let me explain that. When your body is acidic by eating lots of animal products, refined foods, processed foods, fast foods, your body becomes acidic based on how those foods are metabolized. Okay, I'm not going to go into all the science of that, but basically understand that those foods contribute to increased acidity inside the body. Acidity is correlated with disease and an increased propensity to gain weight. Your body is very smart. It knows that if there's too much acid where it shouldn't be, that becomes dangerous. So what it does is it said, okay, all this acid, we're gonna store it somewhere safe, and that somewhere safe, unfortunately, from a weight loss perspective, is in your fat cells. So unless you get rid of the acidity in your body, you're gonna have a very tough time losing weight. And the best way to reduce acidity in the body is by doing the opposite, which is flooding your body with alkalinity. And the best way to get alkalinity in is by eating more greens. Greens, green vegetables, are the most alkaline forming foods on the planet. That's because of how they're metabolized and the amount of alkaline minerals that they give off inside the body. If we look back to our ancestors, Paleolithic men and women, their diets were very, very alkaline. Even though they consumed a good amount of animal products, hunters and gatherers, they had a very, very alkaline diet, probably 3 times, based on the research, 3 times as alkaline as the modern diet. The modern diet is completely flipped, and now we're about 80% acid, 20% alkaline, which is causing all sorts of problems. So again, whether it's a salad, steamed vegetables, green juice, green smoothie, using a greens powder on a daily basis, all of these additions to your diet will make a big difference, not only in your ability to lose weight, but in how much energy you have, your ability to have a clean, healthy body, which is free of disease. And this is the foundation. This is the foundation of ultimate health. So greens are a must. And the statistics tell us that on average, Americans are consuming 1.5, not greens, 1.5 servings of vegetables and fruit on a daily basis. So let me ask you a question. Are you really getting enough greens into your body every single day? If the answer is no, then you got to take care of that, all right? So anyways, I'll post the link for these greens in the description below if you want to check them out. Second, we're going to move to beans. Now, a lot of people have an issue with beans, and I'm going to say a lot of people, especially in the paleo community. And I have nothing wrong with paleo. I think it's done some great things for the general health of most people, but they have this weird thing like, okay, our Paleolithic ancestors didn't have access to beans or chickpeas and stuff, and therefore, it's not good for us, and it increases like lectins and stuff inside the body, and that becomes a problem. And I get where they're coming from. But I've seen a lot of the research, and listen to this, okay? Check this. There are very few foods that provide this type of nutrient profile. So per half a cup, okay? So let's just round it up to 1 cup. Per 1 cup, 12 grams of protein, 12 grams of fiber, 8 grams of sugar. But let me just explain what that means. You have 12 grams of fiber, 8 grams of sugar. You actually have net carbs of -4 in this case. A net carb is the amount of sugar or the amount of carbs minus fiber in the product. So this actually has negative for net carbs. So actually, like, the sugar is basically negatable. It's not even something to factor because there's so much fiber in these chickpeas. And the same thing goes with like lentils, pinto beans, cannellini beans, navy beans. They're all the same. They have a very similar nutrient profile, and they are absolutely amazing. Because if you want to get more protein in, if you want to get more fiber in, these are two important components to staying full longer, and that reduces the amount of food you eat throughout the day. I'm actually going to read something from the good old computer here, which is a study that I pulled out of. I talked actually extensively about these in my book, The All-Day Fat Burning Diet, but I want to read something to you just to kind of make sense of this. And I thought I'd read it because I would do it more justice as opposed to just, rhyming the stuff off the top of my head. Okay, so 2011 study in the European Journal of Nutrition showed that overweight and obese subjects were randomly assigned to either a calorie-restricted, legume-free, so no beans or legumes, and so that was their diet. So calorie-restricted, so depriving themselves of calories, no legumes. And this was the control group, or a calorie-restricted, legume-based diet, so still reducing the calories, but focused on consuming more legumes for 8 weeks. The legume group was asked to eat only 4 weekly servings. Okay, so that would have been like 2 of these cans per week. So that's not unimaginable. And so they're looking at lentils, chickpeas, peas, or beans in addition to the regular food. At the end of the 8-week study, the legume group saw significant reductions in inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, which is very important because we've talked about like inflammation is a big culprit to weight gain. So this is going to help reduce inflammation, which is great. They also lost more weight and benefited from significant improvements in blood lipid profiles, so like cholesterol and so forth, and blood pressure compared with the control group. So improved blood cholesterol levels, improved blood sugar, less inflammation, they lost more weight. The only difference between the two groups over 8 weeks was the addition of 2 cans like this of chickpeas or lentils or so forth over 8 weeks. That's it. So why would you demonize this? It's such a powerful food that very few people, I think, are eating based on my experience in this field, and a lot of people have been scared away from them based on a lot of the stuff that the paleo community has talked about. So beans, legumes, please, they are fine. Unless you have some kind of allergy or sensitivity to them, they are absolutely amazing, and they will help you lose weight because they have great fiber, great amounts of protein that'll keep you full longer, keep you satisfied, and give you tons of great nourishment in the process. Cool? So thumbs up for the greens, thumbs up for the beans. We're gonna finish off with this mysterious white powder, courtesy of Pablo Escobar. Actually, no, I'm just kidding, obviously. So this is raw potato starch. And the reason I'm showing this to you here in this form is because I want to talk about cooked and cooled potatoes. I'm talking about super starches, unripened bananas. You might be thinking, Jerry, what the heck are you talking about? I'm talking about starches that aren't actually digested and absorbed in your body. They actually serve as a fuel source to the good bacteria in your colon. They give off amazing byproducts that heal your gut, that reduce inflammation in your body, that make your cells more sensitive to insulin, that reduce blood sugar levels. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? That's what you get when you consume these super resistant starches. I call them super starches. They're technically known as resistant starch. So resistant starch, as I just mentioned, is a type of carbohydrate that is not digested/absorbed through your digestive system. Okay, so the easiest way to take this is what I actually am showing you here is unmodified potato starch. This is Bob's Red Mill. Okay, this is you'll buy this at a store for like $5. It's absolutely amazing. Take 1 or 2 tablespoons a day in water, and it's phenomenal. I'm gonna read you another study talking about the benefits of this bad boy. So, 2005 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition compared 4 weeks of supplementation with 30 grams of resistant starch, which is kind of like those 2 to 3 tablespoons, and found that it decreased blood sugar, decreased insulin, and increased the ability of muscles to utilize glucose by 65%, independent of any diet or exercise changes. All three of those parameters help you lose weight. If your blood sugar doesn't spike, then insulin doesn't spike. If insulin doesn't spike, then you don't store excess amounts of sugar as fat. If your cells respond to lower amounts of insulin for the same amount of sugar, then your body is much more efficient at extracting stuff out of the bloodstream. Therefore, you don't need these huge surges in the fat-storing hormone insulin, and that's gonna help you from a health perspective. That's also gonna help you lose weight more effectively. So resistant starch is awesome. So you can take it supplementally like I've just showed you. You can also consume it food-wise by eating unripe bananas, so greenish bananas, cooked then cooled potatoes or white rice. So all these foods that people tell you are bad, like white rice, white potatoes in terms of losing weight, if traditionally cooked, they can be, I wouldn't really recommend it if you want to lose weight, but when they're cooked, then cooled, right? So you put them back in the fridge for an hour or so to cool down, the resistant starch expands in those foods and kind of comes to life. So now you can have like a cold potato salad, you can have a rice pudding, and actually help you lose weight. How awesome is that, right? So these are three foods that very few people even know about when it comes to losing weight. And I think if you add them to your diet, you're gonna notice a significant improvement in your health, your ability to lose weight, and I think you'll just enjoy the process a whole lot more. So if you've enjoyed this, give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I also have a cool resource for you if you wanna lose weight and keep it off. It's called the Fat Loss Commandments. It's a free guide I have for you. You can click on the video here or in the description below. And inside, I'm gonna walk you through 10 must-have, must-follow commandments if you wanna lose weight and keep it off for good. This is what I've noticed to be true over the past 20 years of working in this industry. And I have no doubt if you're a human being from planet Earth, these commandments will make a huge difference in your ability to lose weight and keep it off. So if you wanna grab that for free today, you can do so on the video or on the link in the description. And once again, thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to join me here on the good old YouTubes or wherever you're watching this video. And I hope you have an awesome one, and I look forward to seeing you soon.